You crack out of the egg and instantly notice two things. First, the water is a lot colder than you imagined. And second, you're surrounded by about 300 siblings, wriggling frantically in every direction. It's utter chaos. No one has a clue what they're doing. Your parents? Long gone. No guide, no instructions. You're on your own. As you float aimlessly, trying to make sense of the chaos, a sibling suddenly swims toward you. Friendly, right? Nope. They're checking if you're edible. That's your first hard lesson. Stay invisible or your dinner. You dart into a clump of plants and freeze, trying to blend in. Welcome to the world. It's survival, not a vacation. Soon, hunger gnaws at you. You need food, but what even counts as food? A tiny worm drifts by, and you lunge like you're the top predator in the lake. You miss, by a lot. The worm wriggles on, unimpressed. You try again, another miss. By the fourth attempt, you finally catch it. Slimy, wriggly, definitely not gourmet, but it'll do. You feel victorious. Kind of. From then on, you hunt with minimal success. Most of the time, you just flail at empty water, looking ridiculous. But hey, progress is progress. You get better at recognizing food, worms, larvae, whatever's small enough to fit in your mouth. By sheer persistence, you survive, spending most of your time wedged in plants, praying nothing bigger notices you. Weeks pass, and you grow. Faster, stronger, smarter. You're not floating aimlessly anymore. You're deliberate. Hunting becomes less embarrassing, and open water isn't as terrifying. The food's better out there anyway. One day, you spot a tiny shrimp. You lunge and catch it on the first try. That's progress. But with new confidence comes new danger. A heron lands nearby, its long legs slicing through the water. You freeze, hugging the lake bed as it scans the shallows. It's close. Too close. Suddenly, its beak plunges toward you. You dart sideways, zigzagging desperately as it stabs again and again, just missing. You make it back to the plants, wedging yourself tight between the stems. The heron lingers, its shadow looming. You don't move. Finally, it gives up, wading off into the distance. You stay hidden long after it's gone. Lesson learned. Open water isn't worth the risk. Not yet. Months pass, and you're no longer the smallest fish in the lake. Worms and larvae aren't enough anymore. You're hunting small fish now. One day, you spot a familiar face. Your show-off sibling, the one who seemed to have everything figured out. You both freeze, then charge at each other, snapping and flailing like two uncoordinated noodles. It's not a fight. It's a spectacle. Eventually, they swim off, leaving you victorious. Sort of. By the end of your first year, you've claimed a small territory. It's nothing fancy, just some plants for cover and decent hunting grounds. But it's yours. You patrol it like a boss, scaring off would-be invaders with a slow, deliberate swim that says, don't even try it. By 2 years old, you're an adult. You've got sharp instincts, sharper hunting skills, and just enough experience to know when to fight and when to flee. Life's predictable. Hunt, hide, survive. Until mating season. Everything changes. The lake becomes a battleground of posturing and displays. If you're a male, you puff out your gills and patrol aggressively, trying to look impressive. If you're a female, you cruise through the chaos, unimpressed by the clumsy displays. Eventually, you pick a mate, do your part, and leave your eggs to fend for themselves. Parenting, not your problem. Years pass, and you're a seasoned predator. You've dodged herons, outmaneuvered rivals, and built a solid existence. One day, while stalking a worm, something slams into you from behind. You don't even have time to react. Darkness swallows you whole. A tilapia swims off, calm and unbothered, as the lake continues on. Somewhere nearby, another little predator hatches, ready to take its first bite of life. The cycle continues.